I'd like to recommend a couple of books to you, both on the subject of design, but from two totally different perspectives. The first book is called Change by Design by Tim Brown, who's the current CEO of IDEO, the industrial design firm. The second book is called The Design of Design by Fredrick Brooks, who is the author of the famed Mythical Man Month. I think he's been away for, 20 years, and has come back with another collection of essays on his perspective around design of systems, largely. He was one of the architects of the IBM 360, I believe, and has a lot of perspectives around, it started with the design of the 360 and then carried forward in his years as a consultant and professor and researcher. So the first book, Change by Design, takes us through a lot of the thinking that goes on in IDEO, famed design firm that was famous for a PBS special, I don't remember what the front line maybe, in which they were given a problem to redesign the shopping cart. And it was a great example of IDEO, or I guess any great design firm in action, but particularly IDEO. In the book, Tim Brown talks about a number of the attributes of a good design firm or design practice. A couple of them that stood out for me. One is the notion of their teaming approach, which is, in his terms, an interdisciplinary team. At Diamond we talk about multidisciplinary teams, the idea that we bring together different skill sets but in a seamless team. At IDEO they take that even further and not only bring the disparate skills together, but each of those people are cross-trained in other skills, so they even get a more collaborative, seamless package out of the deal. So, one thing to think about is, can you cross-train some of your staff when you're doing design work? Can you have someone who is a user interface design also with some back-end technology design, for example, maybe some data design or some messaging infrastructure design, something like that, so that there's even more of a seamless conversation going on. Another thing that they do that I think is great is prototyping. I guess prototyping in a design firm, industrial design firm, is a little bit different because of its physical nature. They show a great example where there's an iPhone application prototype that is nothing more than a big poster that has a picture of an iPhone with the display cut out, and they show this guy behind the cutout acting out what the application might do. So that's taking some great design, industrial design thinking, and even applying it to software. I thought that was a great example. So I think prototyping is also something worth doing, and that leads me into the second book, Fredrick Brooks's The Design of Design, where the first part talks a lot about his perspectives on why waterfall methodology doesn't work and why we have so many problems that have been offshoots of that. And for me, the take-home from that is that it doesn't work because we can't know all the requirements up front. And so, his solution around that is rapid prototyping, that we would use prototypes as an iterative way to describe and then elicit feedback from our users. So I think if you take the ideas of prototyping from IDEO, more of an industrial, physical sense in a much bigger picture, and Fredrick Brooks's idea of rapid prototyping, I think we might be able to come up with something that might help us define a new way to do prototyping for IT systems that may be worth trying out in your organizations. So I'll come back with another review of the other aspects of Fredrick Brooks's book, but I think the first part of it is really a great read around the waterfall methodology, his thoughts on the spiral methods, and as an extension, I think some agile methods would play in there too. But I think it's worthwhile looking at both of these books, The Change by Design by Tim Brown and The Design of Design by Fredrick Brooks. I hope that's helpful. I look forward to your comments, and stay tuned for some more videos. Thanks.